we have a lot of catching up to do.
So let's do it.
Hello, Pals. I am Jodan54, and welcome to the first episode of Catching Up, a self-explanatory series that does happen to have more than one meaning. I'll be catching up on my life with you guys, and catching up in Super Mario Galaxy so I can continue my walkthrough on the Switch version. I haven't started the Switch version of this game yet, and to keep with the fashion of the Wii, I'm using Joy-Cons instead of the Pro Controller. I've had the exact opposite issues with my Joy-Cons that other people have had, where their sticks drift. For me, my buttons don't really... my buttons are a little inconsistent, so... I haven't used my Joy-Cons to play games in a while, at least not outside of handheld mode. Most of the time I use a Pro Controller. If things get bad, I have a Pro Controller to switch to. I've heard that... Ooh, I love this song. This is the underwater version of it, by the way, because this came with a soundtrack. Yeah, there you go. Well, anyway, we'll see how things go. This is gonna be probably the shortest episode, or at least one of the two shortest episodes of it. The others are gonna be a hell of a lot longer. And this is specifically going to cover the events of summer 2019, while we get the first Grand Star in the game. And I'll see just how much I can fit in there. And actually, following this, there's going to be a little bit of bonus content in there, if I can find it, if it's anywhere on my memory cards, of me and the classic crew talking about our experiences of one of the last things I'll talk about in this episode. But I don't think there's any more time to waste outside of the game. Let's launch it. I honestly don't really even know what the interface of actually launching the game looks like. I've seen the game in action on the Switch. It looks glorious. I saw it over at a friend's house while I was... oh, gotta press R. There we go, yeah. The gyro works surprisingly well. That was the biggest surprise to me by far. Now, of course, this is the third walkthrough on the channel, so it only makes sense to use save file number 3. It's a little jittery, but I think that also has to do with my camera being in the way. So, yeah. I can't choose a me. That's interesting. Well, I'll choose the character who only shows up as a secret planet in the game, then. Yeah, I played this over at a friend's house, which I might also mention in a future episode. But, anywho, we have some things to talk about while we play, so I might as well start right where my last vlog left off. I mentioned that I was going to see Detective Pikachu with some of my friends, and you also get to read this while I'm talking. I'm multitasking, you can multitask. Awesome. So yeah, we saw Detective Pikachu. It was me and the classic crew. I'll be mentioning them a lot. It was Super Dynamic Gaming. You had NeoFan64, you had Bruins98, and you had Super Dynamic Gaming and Bruins98's family. We all went together to see Detective Pikachu together after my second semester of college was over. We all went to see it together, and it was great, actually. It actually, it broke the bad video game movie curse. It was actually good. Just in general, the world building of it was really good. Let's listen to this real quick. She doesn't sign herself as Princess Toadstool Peach anymore. Maybe that was just a 64 thing. Who knows? Alright, let's see how the movement feels. Alright. I also gotta get used to the controls. Okay. There's the side somersault. That's a move that a lot of people use. I don't. Okay. L moves the camera. Okay, I exclusively have to use ZL to crouch. I can also use the right stick to move the camera. Alright. And the directional buttons don't seem to do anything. Okay. and I imagine plus and minus do exactly what I expect them to do, which is the same thing, pausing the game. Which, yeah, just do that. I actually didn't know what it was going to say there. But yeah, so we went to see Detective Pikachu, and it was pretty cool. Wow, I've actually never talked to that toad before. So yeah, we saw it, it was great, and I'm repeating myself. It was awesome. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Gotta remember what my, there we go. Reset it. There we go. Gotta remember my crouch button. So, Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu. Here's the thing. Some people were like, oh, ever since Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds plays the same wisecracking role he plays in every movie now. But here's the thing. That's literally the characterization of Detective Pikachu in the game, which is what the movie was based off of. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have the spin move yet. I was trying to spin, but it wasn't working. And now we get to see this cutscene in HD. I presume that they upscaled the cutscenes as well. I'll have to look at it side by side in order to see for myself. So, yeah, I mean, pretty much everything in the movie was great. I mean, it was cliche, but you know, we all expected that. It basically, like, don't expect a masterpiece, just expect what you think you should expect, and you'll come out enjoying it if you haven't seen it already. I really loved it. I loved seeing it with friends. That definitely made the experience better. Then the second time that I watched it, which was the following semester in the fall, I was also with friends. Watching it with friends is fucking great, especially friends who are also Pokemon fans. Which, who else would you see it with, right? On the drive back home, we were all like messing around and joking with each other about like logic in the Pokemon world. there was this one line that Evan, Super Dynamic Gaming, said that was super ridiculously funny. He like did this ridiculous like Professor Oak voice and like made fun of Professor Oak for having an empty Pokédex. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was like making me almost suffocate from laughter, which is a regular occurrence when I hang out with those guys, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Anywho, the world's ending, as you can see right here, and as we'll see in later episodes in real life. Yes, it indeed is Bowser. He's quite large. Oh wait, no, that's the next game. Sorry. But he's certainly got one hell of a fleet of airships shooting down meteors. I keep my walkthrough PG. I'm not gonna keep this series PG. Expect some hells and some fucks. Sorry, YouTube. You can't fight back against someone who's never gonna do this as a job anyway. Yeah, so that was a great time. Also, when I was hanging out with him that week, we recorded Season 6, Episode 30, which is going to be a good one. Okay, so the lasers during that cutscene were, like, off-sync with each other and, like, not making a circle. That definitely means this is different, because that's not how it looks on the Wii. So I think they messed up the lasers. That's not supposed to look like that. So yeah, we recorded Season 6, Episode 30. We also recorded the 4th of July special, which was Rocket League. That was a good time. And then I spent pretty much most of the rest of May just relaxing, returning to YouTube, which I thought I was going to be, you know, ending my last hiatus. But as we saw, I took a mega hiatus not long afterwards, followed by a giga hiatus. Yeah, I mean, you know, not the best track record with that kind of stuff. So then June rolls around. The one thing that I hadn't been doing while relaxing in May was preparing for what was going to happen at the beginning of June. There's some fitting music here because it is a little bit nerve-wracking. I was preparing for my driving test. And yeah, you might expect me to like play this music while I say I failed or something, but I passed. Thankfully, I did indeed pass on my first try. I got ridiculously lucky, but you know what? That's fine, because it was kind of needed. I can do a pretty good whistle impression of that specific Luma sound. We're on the starting planet now. Time to catch some bunnies! Ah, it looks absolutely glorious on a Switch screen. Finally, you're awake. You're trying to cross the border. Oh god, this isn't what— that's right! They tell you to jump with B! Nintendo, stop telling people to jump with B! If we grew up with your consoles, we jump with A. No fucking exceptions, and that's how I'm gonna play this game too. Jumping with A. The game lets you do that. Why do they tell you to jump with B? Well, they think we're idiots? Probably, considering how bare bones this collection is. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to rant about how much more they could have done with the collection. Oh, hold on. Gotta reset the gyro. I'm glad that resetting the gyro is so quick. It's just the press of a single button and it happens immediately. You're just like, oh, and then done, you know? That's all you had to do to calibrate. But with the fucking Wii Motion Plus, Wii Motion Minus as it should have been called, you had to place it on the ground for 10 trillion decades and wait for it to calibrate. It's one of the reasons why I hate Wii Sports Resort so much. Anyway, I said I wasn't gonna rant about things, but there I go. So yeah, so I managed to pass my road test. And so, you know, got my license, got all that stuff squared away. It was wonderful. And not long after, I began my summer job. And it was the exact kind of thing that I was sort of built out to be, especially following achieving the rank of Eagle Scout back in 2018. Which was that I was working at a summer camp. Now it was obviously a very different camp from a camp like Boy Scout camp. Oh yeah, that's right, the pipe. So it was a tech camp where I taught classes, and as much like you'd expect, I had to improvise a lot of things because oh god, come on, analog stick, work with me here. I've heard reports of like Mario walking in circles like that when people are doing nothing. Hasn't happened to me yet. Hold on, let me knock on wood real quick. But I imagine it's bound to happen at some point. So yeah, guess I'll have to be on the lookout for that. If you hold R, it just stays in the center. Maybe that'll be useful at some point. I remember the first time I played this, I took forever to catch those bunnies, and then, like, had no trouble for the rest of the mission. It was really interesting. Get that to appear on the planet, so... yeah, it was a good time. I mean, the pay was pretty awful, but the experience was... I'd say it was worth it overall in the end. Would I do it again? No. And if I did, I'd certainly demand a lot more money. But I'm glad that I taught the classes that I did, got the experience that I got, and it was just as sleepless as I'd expect a summer camp job to be. And there were sort of like 3 sections of the camp in terms of time. There was two 2-week sections and then a 1-week section. The first one, I was really trying to get to teach this one class in Python, and I didn't get it the first time around, but I did get one that involved web design, which was, it mainly had to do with storytelling and stuff like that, but web design is part of that, and so is video creation, which I also taught a class in YouTube video creation, which I'm doing right now. Maybe someday I'll do tutorials like that on the channel as well. You can shake or press Y. I'm probably going to be shaking, provided it works. Alright, let's go explore the universe. And, yeah, going on to the first planet. I died here in my walkthrough. The first place you can die at, I died. And considering I'm getting used to new controllers, I wouldn't be surprised if I die again. So I'll have to be careful here. This isn't exactly the easiest starting planet in the world, though, I have to admit. When you're still trying to get used to the perspective of all the things, there's enemies, there's meteors falling. They do give you this 1-up, which is nice. You have to backwards somersault to get it, or do some other fancy tricks. The summer job was a good time. So I taught those classes. I also taught like an outdoor games class. Certainly got me a workout in the hot sun. Got me sweating and shit. There was one day, following a heat wave, of course, as they all do, which also happened tonight. There was a pretty fucking massive thunderstorm. While we were taking the kids to dinner time, like, it started breaking out. It looked like a goddamn cataclysm. Oh yeah, that's right, I have to kill the Goomba that looks different. There we go. Reset the gyro real quick. Wow, that key went all over the place. Yeah, it was awesome. The second section, I had a very similar layout of my classes. There were two differences. I taught a class that was more focused in web design, and I taught a larger YouTube video creation class, and by that I mean a YouTube video creation class with more than one person in it. What I didn't know is that you could just run into the big Goomba. I don't think that big Goomba appears anywhere else in the game, though. Mario, turn around, please. Can't wait for all of that to happen a lot. If it's really a problem, like I said, I'll switch to the Pro Controller. So, interesting story that happened. Oh, that's right, there's another story. That other story can wait. I gotta tell this one. So, we had a week of training before any of that. And, you know, icebreaker games are the name of the game when you're first meeting your camp classes and all that good stuff. So, we, of course, started to practice that by doing icebreaker games between us camp counselors. Gotta turn all of these from yellow to blue. And we did that icebreaker game, and it was a particularly interesting one and a surprisingly difficult one. And by that I mean, so you had to say your name, where you're from, and, oh, that was convenient. Say your name, where you're from, and what your favorite food is. Just like in the Wii version, you can shake with either hand and it'll work. That's good. I think there's a slight difference with hands, depending on if you're playing as Mario or Luigi, which is interesting, I have to say. So, I'll just wait here while I tell the story, provided no Goombas kill me. Maybe I should take care of them while I introduce the story. So, the main kicker of the game was that you had to recite. So you were all standing in a circle and throwing a ball around, and whoever gets the ball has to recite everyone who went before them, and then add themselves to it. So you want to get it as early as possible. I got it like midway through, and I was able to recite everyone's, and then I added mine to it, which was, you know, my name's Joe, I'm from Massachusetts, and my favorite food is grilled cheese. Aw yeah. So, following this game, we were trying to think of, like, good nicknames for each other that the campers could call us. I'm gonna alternate between calling them campers and students, depending on the context. They're the same people, it's just, you know, different context. So, yeah, don't mind me while I test out all my moves. The homing attack still works, right? Yeah. They never tell you about that one. In fact, if I pause the game... Hold on. Oh, okay. Plus and minus do something different. Actions. Do they tell you about the homing attack? Let's see. Ground pound, spin jump, triple jump, backward somersault, wall jump, side somersault, long jump, hold, throw. ladder kick, dive, skate, stomp on enemy. Okay. They don't tell you. They keep that a secret. It's exactly how I want them to handle that. So we were trying to think of different nicknames for each other, and I pitched the idea of Cheesy Joe being my nickname. And we weren't entirely sure about it. Like, maybe we'll think of something better, I don't know. I think it was one of the people who actually ended up being my my roommate for the duration of the camp. I was discussing that with. So, one of the things that we were doing so we were setting up the dorm that all the campers were going to stay in. And one of the things that we were setting up was the canteen, where campers could go at nighttime once they've prepared for bed, and they can get candy and stuff like that. And what I did not know, what most people didn't know, was that some of the counselors who were setting it up were planning on theming it after different counselors. And so that's exactly what they did. And unbeknownst to me, I was going to be the first theme. So, as the story goes, they were setting up the canteen and putting up the sign that says canteen and the name that they were going to give it. And the name was originally going to be Cheesy Joe's Vegetarian Deli, which is funny enough on its own. But as they were writing it down, one of them stopped to look down and then tell a counselor something else. They looked up and then they looked back down at the sign as they were midway through writing it, and it said, and I quote, Cheesy Joe's Vegeta. And the name stuck for the rest of camp. So yeah, for the rest of camp, I was referred to as Cheesy Joe. There was a time that the entire camp was chanting that. It was magical. I tell you. So yeah, that was incredible. So. Yeah, this visual is really interesting, by the way, just me walking around. So, yeah, I was the first theme, and somehow, a Slav theme got into it, too, so they were playing, Russian and Slav dubstep and shit, in the canteen, and, speaking in Slav accents and stuff, and, doing the crouch. And then there were other themes, there were some other really good themes. And they really got into it. It was great. But yeah, that was one of the main things I remember. So, in the second section, which is the one that I had with the big YouTube video creation class, the first day of that class was a disaster. Because the software that we were using, because I can't just put my Adobe Premiere, my Adobe account on all the laptops that the students are going to be using. That's not going to work. It has to be a free software. That was the policy. And it's an understandable policy, but it also limits our options. And the one that was on the curriculum, which was one that was already pre-installed on the laptops, was a satanically bad editing software that, I mean, I would wish it on my worst enemies, but it's pretty awful. And by pretty awful, I mean below F tier, to the boiler room of the worst hellish hell you can imagine. That is VSDC. I pity anyone who has the misfortune of having to use that awful piece of garbage. Or at least perceives themselves to have to use that. Because you don't. And that's something that I found out following the class. I already knew about VideoPad, which some of my friends in the YRC use, but VideoPad is very basic. It's like Movie Maker, but I mean, that's sort of where the sentence ends. It's like a more honest version of Movie Maker. It doesn't try to be more than it is, but it's also very basic. You try to do something advanced and your computer just shits itself. So I had to try other options. I was looking online for other options. I was recommended DaVinci Resolve, which I know is a good editing software now. And I figured back then it was also quite good. It's especially good for like color correction stuff. But it was way too heavy of a package for it to work on the laptops, which were fairly low end at the camp. And in a last-ditch effort, I found one other editing software that might work. It was called HitFilm Express. I downloaded it and was instantly blown away by the fact that Adobe has not sent them a cease and desist letter for basically making a free copy of Adobe Premiere. It's literally just Adobe Premiere with shittier green screen effects, and that's it. It's got, like, everything else, all the way down to the hotkeys. So if any of you ever need a good editing software to use HitFilm Express. It's free, it's just like Premiere. You need to link an FX Home account with it, FX Home being the creator of HitFilm Express, which they also have a YouTube channel with tons of tutorials, and they're good. And you just need to link the account and activate the software, which is also a free process, just so you can get rid of the watermark and the person saying, preview, 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 during your recordings and your exports. Again, getting rid of that is free. It's perfect. It's I don't know, man. So I was able to install that, I solved everything, and from that point onward, we were able to have a much better class. And I remember one of the guys for the final section of the camp, which was the one where I was finally able to teach not one, but 2 Python classes. One of the other guys was stuck teaching 2 YouTube video creation classes, and had just gone through the hell of VSDC in a class previously, and was not looking forward to doing it again. I showed him HitFilm Express, and I saw his soul re-enter his body as I was showing him. He was just like this. So yes, I will shill for HitFilm Express because it's entirely free and there's no reason to not use it if you don't have a better free alternative, which you probably don't because one doesn't exist. If you have paid alternatives like I do, because I happen to have a Creative Cloud account, which I might back out of at some point because HitFilm is so good, and because free alternatives to Photoshop apparently also exist. And I don't use After Effects that often, so I can probably forego that if worse comes to worse. Yeah, I mean, and then I was also able to teach Python classes, and that was fun as fuck. I sort of, like, followed my own curriculum. They gave us, like, curricula for them, but I decided to follow my own, partially because I was confident in my abilities to teach it, and because the curriculum used Python 2, and we were using Python 3. Yeah, it was a great time, and it ended in August, and I got a little more time to relax before fall 2019 began. And yeah, let's get this grand star, by the way. I've stalled enough time. Na 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 na. So, yeah, there's other things to talk about, though. So, a week after coming home from my summer job, I was able to knock off a bucket list item of mine, which is to visit the Statue of Liberty. I did that. I took some pictures that are on a memory card somewhere. I might put them up here. Although there's a cutscene happening right now, so I may just wait a little bit. And there were some pretty good ones because I had just used some of the money that I made to buy a new camera, which is not one that I'm going to be using for recording video. It's mainly for taking quality pictures, but those pictures were good. There's the terrace. And there's Rosalina once again. If they ever make a Galaxy 3, I hope she plays a more important role. So, yeah, I visited the Statue of Liberty, got some great pictures, walked up it, walked down it. The staircase looks fucking wild. It was hard to take pictures inside of it because of the lights, and my camera was like, there's not enough light, I can't take a picture. And I was like, so it's picky as hell with that, but if you mess around with the settings enough, you can make something work. It is also capable of taking video, but it's jank, and it's not as good as even this is, what with its pitiful battery. Yeah, so there's that, and then we were able to meet up, and by that I mean I was able to meet up with the classic crew again. And we all joined together, and we went to Shine 2019. I bring this up, and I was able to do this because it was not in Boston this time around. It was much closer to where I live, which allowed us to go, basically. And so it was my first and only Super Smash Bros. Super Major that I've ever been able to attend, and it was awesome. I also actually competed in Ultimate Singles, and of course I went 0-2. Did you expect me to get farther than that? I didn't. But just kidding though, I didn't go 0-2. Because my first opponent in loser's bracket DQ'd. I actually went 1-2. Let's fucking go. That one voice clip of Rosalina is always weird. It's like higher pitched than all of her others. Like, please. Yeah, look. Hold on. Oh, wait, no. That happens after the next Grand Star. There's like a specific sound that plays. It's like, new dome discovered, but it's when you unlock the fountain. So, yeah. We went to see, we went to Shine 2019. It was awesome. I took a bunch of videos while I was there, and I'll formulate them into a compilation and probably upload them in the 2-year anniversary of us going there, or at least around that time. And also, it was perfect because Shine 2019 was also around the time of Super Dynamic Gaming's birthday. So I was sort of able to plan together us going as a group as part of his birthday gift. I also gave him a TF2 Heavy Funko Pop, but you know. The Shine 2019 that was the main thing. So yeah, I'll see if there's actually some talk about that with the classic crew. I don't know if there was. Whoa, how did we get here? We teleported. Whoa, and now I'm with other people. Let's talk Shine. So, right before I left to go to college was the weekend of Shine 2019. It was at the DCU Center, which means we were able to go. Of course. Because we live so close to the DCU Center. It's not like where Shine usually is, which is Boston. They decided to have it in the DCU Center this year, and I have a feeling that it's not going to be in the DCU Center in future years because of a lot of issues that a lot of the attendees had with the venue. Yeah. Namely, you were not allowed to bring in outside food or drink.
No water.
And the one food option that was available inside of the venue was not very good. At the very least, it wasn't very diverse. And yes, it was also expensive. Very expensive. Basically, it was fast food. And so, if you wanted something that was lighter on the stomach, then you were kind of shit out of luck.
Yeah.
So, Shine 2019, our first and only ever Smash Bros. Super Major event that we all attended together. We all entered Ultimate Singles. We were there, we watched both Melee and Ultimate, but it was Ultimate Singles that we all decided to enter. So, let's look over the results. So, you went 0-2, but you almost didn't go 0-2. You didn't go like 0-4 in games.
I went 1-4.
Yeah.
Total.
You came very close to winning one of the sets.
Yeah, very close.
It was like last game.
I played Incineroar the entire time. I played against in pools. I played against a pretty good swordsman, which is something I was never ever prepared for. I knew about the tornado, the neutrally tornado thing, where it just launches you up at a set distance. I knew about that ahead of time, but I was a Ignore, so I couldn't really do much against it. So I got 0-2 there.
Slow as shit.
So I was sent to losers, and then I faced a pretty decent Joker. He won a game, then I won, and then on game 3 we went to Pokemon Stadium. It was very close. I barely clipped the Blast Zone in the last stop.
Pokemon Stadium is oftentimes very good for Joker because you have the drag down up air into up smash that MKLeal often does to finish off sets. Yeah, especially on Stadium it works quite well. I went 0-2 and 0-4 in games, but technically I didn't go 0-2.
That's right.
Because my first opponent in losers bracket did not show up.
But
They DQ'd,
Yeah.
so I ended up advancing in losers
Hell
bracket.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good game.
But yes, we're both part of the O2 gang. Another member of the O2 gang is right over here. Piranha Plant Main.
Plant Boy's dead.
Unfortunately,
This
also went
displays
0-2.
I suck at it.
Yeah. You're in good company.
I am not that good at Smash at all, honestly.
You're in
To
good
be
company.
fair, when you're practicing, like, you beat Joe.
Yeah.
Like, during the
We had
practice
some good
before
times.
this.
Well, that was because that I
Well, you were
wasn't.
familiar with Joe's
I was
tactics.
trying to like practice playing Piranha Plant because my first major was playing as Captain Falcon because that was my #1 favorite in Melee, and then I wanted to try out Ganondorf and a couple of others. And Kirby was okay. Mario was my second best, and then I went to Pac-Man and Ultimate.
Ah, yes.
And then
Pac-Man is cool.
Yeah.
Pac-Man's,
He's got a lot of good stuff in Ultimate.
You can
Pac-Man's
play-
grab is way better now.
Yeah.
In Ultimate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his
Yes,
grab is a lot better.
I'm saying now, if you can play Pac-Man like at a crazy high competitive level, you're a fucking wizard.
Yeah. This
You have to
have you
be
seen the stuff that
a
T does?
sorcerer to see
Yeah, I think we have.
freaking Galaga,
Yeah.
and then going into Psychic,
Pac-Man
knowing
players
they'll go up there.
Pac-Man players are not human. Oh my god.
They're on next
that,
level.
That one clip that I saw
Amazing.
of the
I
guy
love-
who
always- I always
he shot,
love watching
he
Pac-Man.
threw one of the fruits into the fire hydrant and it just went, and you see it get set flying off the screen.
Z-drop. It was the apple.
You
It was
get
an apple. You
yeah.
Z-drop it.
Yeah, it flies off the screen and then you hear.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
obviously.
Piranha Plant main. You
yeah.
played Incineroar. I'm not sure if you main him.
He's more of like a secondary now.
Yeah,
I don't know right now.
And I main Yoshi, which is an interesting experience because over the course of the summer before Shine, the entirety of Twitter decided it was time to bully every Yoshi main in existence. So that's fun. But I still main him because I main him in all the games, and I love Yoshi. So yeah, simple as that. That's not going to change a thing. But we have one player here who did not join the O2 club and didn't even join the 1-2 club. This man almost made it out. This man almost made it out of pools.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, that was so exciting. If I remember correctly, my first opponent was a Pokemon trainer, and I won 2-0, I want to say?
You played Bowser.
Yeah.
I play as Bowser. I knew
Yep,
that, but
you're
my
Bowser
opponent was,
main.
Yep, I'm Bowser main, as you can tell.
He also got that at Shine.
Yep, that's the we'll tell about later. But
Yes.
my first opponent was a Pokemon trainer. I won 2-0. If I remember correctly, I won against another Pokemon trainer immediately after.
I wasn't there.
Second match in
I was
winners?
Playing, I was
Yeah,
playing
in
at the time.
winners was a Pokemon trainer. Then, if I'm not mistaken, first off, I believe I won 2-1 with a second winners match. Then on the third actual match,
boy.
this isn't the match.
Not the match? Okay.
Not
Yeah,
that.
'cause
Not
you
that.
got sent to
Isn't it?
losers before.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
sent to losers. On my third match, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I lost to a Wii Fit trainer, which is.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing a little bit of that.
Yeah. I lost to a Wii Fit trainer. Wait, whoa! Before you start questioning me, let me finish.
Yeah, you're just my
Questionable losses. Sean is washed.
Alright, back to losers. My first game in losers, I don't quite remember that one, but I don't remember who I faced, but I know I won. That's all that matters. Now, this is the best part.
What could be the best parts?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Let me
Let
finish.
him speak.
I took on a Palutena player,
Yep.
and I lost game 1, and I was a
You were down 2 stocks to 1 in game 2.
yeah, and I was at
Turn
a very
stock.
high percentage too. By the way,
It's turn in
Like-
stock, and then what happened?
God, I wish I recorded this.
I reverse 2-0'd them.
Yep. Reverse
And
2
then-
stock.
2 stock, yeah.
You completely shifted the momentum in your favor.
Yeah, and I won, and the finishing blow was a back air. I knew that's
Yeah.
back air.
I remember
like,
that.
Low on the ground too.
Yeah.
And then on game 3, I completely destroyed the Palutena player.
Yeah.
And one thing, I feel like I would have probably done a little worse if my opponent used a counter more. That's like my personal that's the thing I'm kind of afraid of when taking
They
on
played
all the players.
Palutena right by using Nair a lot.
Yep.
But they only countered like once.
Yeah.
Only one counter. But I feel like counters are more my weakness, I'd say.
Yeah.
Then, the less important thing, but still important in its own right, I took on a snake player, and
At that point, I was there watching the whole thing. I'm like,
Yeah, we were all cheering him
The
on.
second I saw him,
He was
pick
one.
Snake. I'm like, you had a good run.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This was
'Cause-
this right.
yeah, I lost
We
2-0,
didn't have a lot
but I
of
did come
practice
close
against
in the
Snake.
second game. Close.
I doubt I even
Yeah,
faced
he
that
lost
guy.
to he faced a Snake.
No, because you were in a different
It was a
area of the
2-0.
hole.
It wasn't
Oh,
even
yeah, that's
close.
right.
Yeah.
That was just, he just got destroyed.
Yeah. I also got destroyed by a snake in one of my matches. It was the winner's bracket match. I lost to a snake, and then in losers, I lost to a Palutena.
I lost to a stupid
That Palutena.
fucking Link. To a smaller Link.
You mean Young
A
Link?
smaller Link.
There's 2 of them. What do you mean?
Like, is it Toon Link or a Young Link?
Actually,
Toon Link.
one of the commentators actually discussed this.
Alright.
Like, what if Young Link has like an existential crisis? Like he hears his name in the announcer is like, the winner is Young Link, and he's like, Young Link,
What was the older
old Link, and then he never touches the Master Sword in Ocarina of Time.
But yeah, obviously I tried my best in the first bracket. Before I went to the losers bracket, I tried to read my opponent's moves, and
Okay,
honestly, I had a hard time figuring out where the
Just cheat.
I believe my opponent's character was
In losers bracket?
No, in the very beginning.
Okay.
Before I went to lose, because losers, I was obviously.
You lost to a Link in losers.
Will you let me talk, Sean?
I'm letting you complete your answers.
But
Letting you complete
So-
your answers.
in the first round, I believe my opponent was
Oh, messes.
Toon Link,
We just
and
Smaller Link.
small
no,
Link.
Young Link, Toon Link, where the hell that Link was. I believe
Was his head like big,
No, it was small.
like circular?
Didn't you say he
Mark
said
says Young
small Link?
Was the
Small?
shield like? Did the shield look like wood?
No, it looked more of a
Did it look
Like
like
a brown.
metal.
All right, then.
Young
Toon Link.
I believe it was Young or Toon
Metal
Link.
Link.
It has to be Toon Link if
It
it's
has
not
to be one of those
wood.
two. What do you think?
But-
Okay, we're going Toon Link
Anyway,
for now. That's the story goes.
So I tried to read Link's moves, and apparently the guy that was playing Link, he was really good. I tried using my up B with Piranha Plant, and I tried using the C stick and tried moving it to the left. And apparently for some reason he knew exactly what I was about to do. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well,
and
you
then
can't
I had
move
to.
with the C stick.
I tried
In some
I tried
cases, the pullback of a
neutralizing
forward smash can allow you to avoid attacks.
and then I
You
tried.
need to have-
Says the Yoshi main.
Perfect spacing.
Yeah! Incinerate down smash with like a word.
Oh, okay. At the
Kept getting
time,
me with that.
at the time of Shine, I forgot to mention this. I did not have a Switch yet, so
Yeah.
that's another thing.
Yeah. This man was good enough to almost make it out of pools, and he didn't even own the game.
I didn't even own the game, but I had experience here and there because I would visit you like once a month. But I do have a Switch now, so I'm much better. I have 3 characters that I actually play as mainly: Bowser, King K. Rool, and Corrin. Hey! No! It's not a clone. It's not Marth. I made a whole channel dedicated to and literally it literally has a corn sipping, and I literally call it Corn is Not Marth.
What?
On Discord!
Yo, you better show that to me.
How about I send you a link to it?
So then I'm gonna see.
What kind of totally young link?
Corn is not Marth sent you a friend request. Please, I just want to talk.
Would you
How about
can
I
please take a
explain?
moment of
He's
your
using
time?
Dragon Fang. He's using Dragon Fang. He's using Dragon Fang. Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
How about I explain the differences between
Oh
corn and
no,
Marth?
you don't need to.
He's using Dragon Fang is the new pot of greed.
I am so lost.
No
here.
Speed Warrior.
Yeah,
I'm just laughing
He's
along-
not Marth.
I'm just
He's
laughing along because
Dragonborn
they are.
Marth.
No.
No shoes, dumbass.
It's not
Yes,
a Marth.
opposite.
It's not a Marth.
Dragonborn
Stick-
foot fetish Marth.
No. No foots. No feet. No
No
nothing.
foots.
No
Sean,
nuts.
Sean, I
No
tried to
nuts?
describe the human body parts.
Well, actually, that's fair to say no nuts because nobody ever plays as male corn.
The reason I
And
don't
nobody who plays as
Is this a
Here's my-
I'm not gonna finish that joke.
Now wait, hold on.
Probably the
Let me
best.
explain why I don't pick male corn.
can finish it
I
later.
just don't like his color
Sure.
options. I feel like he has bad color options. In terms of voice actors, in terms of the way they sound, I only slightly like female corns.
Dorfbewohner.
Sean, I have a feeling you're talking about business
Finish
casual.
one.
No, it's corn. The
You can now wear
long hair,
You can now
red
wear
eyes.
Black
pointy-
Dragon.
Hey, remember when
I do use the black
remember
color.
when this video was about Shine? Yeah,
Yeah.
good times.
Yeah, good times.
You can now wear Corrin's wedding and builder outfits.
We're talking about Shine and other funny jokes you can tell yourself.
we all eventually got knocked out of pools. We all drowned in pools. But over the course of that time period, we were walking around. There was, if you're facing the stage, the right side was the ultimate setups, and the left side was the melee setups.
We even got to and behind the ultimate there was a 64.
Yes, and behind the 64 was Brawlhalla.
Oh, you know what? When
Yes,
when,
finally
when,
we
when
can
all four
play
of
it.
us,
Whatever it was.
Let's go!
Let's go.
when all four of us
Let's
went to the Nintendo 64
That was my
section,
first time I ever played 64.
that was
too.
my very first time
Same.
actually holding
And I actually did a decent combo
and
with Captain
playing
Falcon,
the very
surprisingly.
first Super Smash Bros.
Vintage experience.
Game on there.
Vintage Bros.
I
First time.
actually flopped with Captain Falcon. I'm like, okay.
I mean, I picked Captain
time to
Falcon
go
too,
over
and
the
I
edge.
was like, okay.
I do not like N64 controllers. That was not my first time holding an N64 controller.
I've
Same here.
called it a few times as well.
we
I
played
first played Smash 64 many years ago.
at MagFest.
No, before that.
Oh, okay.
When?
Before I even became friends with you.
Ooh.
So this was like a long
So
time
before
back.
time.
Huh?
With Mike.
Mike.
Mike
first-
Tyson.
Way back then, Cam.
Mike Tyson, yeah.
Oh, Mike. I so know who you're talking about now.
Why?
I'm gonna bleep out the last name.
Michael.
Yeah, bleep it out again.
I forgot.
Yeah, I mean,
I forgot what he looked
Yeah,
like.
he was an old friend. I went over his house all the time. He had an N64 and he had an SNES and whatnot.
Yep, Ocarina of
But I
Time.
played Pokemon Stadium and Smash with him all the time.
We should try to hook up
Party
with him
party.
again.
You see, I had played Smash 64 all the time, but it was on an emulator.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
and so
I truly had the vintage experience.
I played
and
like
then
And we even played
I
it on
went
an
to-
old
yeah.
CRT.
I went to that That's Entertainment near us.
Yeah.
And they had like this big gaming thing that was happening this one day, and Smash 64 was one of the events.
Oh,
And
that's
so
cool.
I was playing some friendlies with someone who was really good. He was a really good DK man who kept carrying me across off the stage.
With up airs?
No, with
Grab.
Okay, it's grab.
It's go time.
And also the Z can't.
Helmet class.
Yeah. So yeah, Smash 64 was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was actually surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I wish I paid a little more attention to the Brawlhalla part because I would later find out the number one player in Brawlhalla's history and currently is a Geometry Dash player. Well, former Geometry Dash player, Sandstorm.
Oh yeah.
The first
And
person to ever beat the Ultimate Phase, and the second person to ever beat Cataclysm. Yeah.
Are those like super demon levels?
Back when he was the first to beat, first and second to beat those respectively, they were like top top 3 hardest levels ever beaten. So yeah, he was one of the best in the world, up there with Riot.
Who's the first best right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
No one.
It's highly contested, actually. In terms of demon points, Technical is currently the best in the world.
It's Joe.
But Tartarus just got verified, and the verifier of that is Dolphy. And Tartarus is going to shoot to number 1 on the demon list once it gets rated. And so Dolphy might be considered best in the world. Rory is another good contender because he's beaten a fuck ton of levels. And he actually dominated the top 10 before Renovant. Oh, actually, no, he still has dominated the top 10 because he was the verifier of Renovant. But yeah.
To shine.
They've got a lot of fresh new blood in the top echelon of skill in Geometry Dash. You remember when this is about Shine? Me neither.
Another funny jokes you can tell yourself.
So, over the course of the 2 days, of course we were walking around the venue. They had plenty of booths there. You could buy stuff. You could get stuff there.
Yes, we'll talk about vintage experience.
Yes. You got yourself a Dark Bowser plush.
Yeah, I'll tell you about everything I got.
Good
We'll
old
start with
Bowser's
me.
Inside Story.
We got Dark Bowser, as we all know.
Why should I start with you first?
Well, because I'm the one with the most
got
here, so
something to
might as well
show.
go.
Because segues are amazing.
Because
Should I
I have
shake it
Dark
out- shake it
Bowser
out of my
that I
hand?
got from Shine. I also got this, which the story about this is that they were throwing out.
Yeah.
Yes, I have one too. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But I was
didn't get
I was the most like excited
Yeah.
one. Like, it falling like on some MTR, it's like oh, 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 oh.
Yeah. So
And
mine.
Now the other things I got before you go crazy,
Okay.
Joe. I also
Go
got
crazy.
a small, like I think it's kind of chibi-esque, like nightmare poster thingy
Oh,
from Soul
yeah.
Calibur. The
And
the
that was
next
pretty cool.
Yeah.
the next DLC for Smash.
I was gonna say your most wanted character for,
For Smash,
right?
yeah. And I strongly believe he's going to make it. And also, I got, and you were like, ugh, with this. I got a 0-2 poster. That's like, it's the girl with pink hair. And she had like the steak with honey
Yeah,
on
it's
her
like
chest.
steak or whatever.
Yeah. The reason why there was so much honey is because there's something she did in the show called Darling in the Franks.
It was,
Okay.
yeah,
see,
it was a
when you said
reference.
02, I thought of Kirby 64.
That'd make it a cool poster though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was also thinking, like, in my head, besides that fact I had interest in it, I was thinking, like, getting either the Corn or Camilla poster.
Yeah,
Just
they
so
had
Wait,
Monty.
is Camilla another? Yeah,
Camilla's the purple hair, big
Yeah.
boob.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only know her because of that.
You are my child now.
and reaching towards the camera. We had the same idea.
That's the original vibe check. You are my child now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go last. You guys can also talk about the stuff you got.
Also, other things we'll do, but we could get to those. But first, next is Evan.
Wow, Sean.
Wait, talk about your plush.
Oh, you want me to talk about the
Do
plush?
what you mentioned
Oh,
what
yeah.
you did.
Oh, yeah, might as well. I don't know why I didn't say
That's
that.
like the biggest part of
All
it.
right, so during like the I believe the Smash, it was during Melee. Okay, specifically
Melee.
Melee. During the Melee like big tournament, guys. At
Was it
certain point-
Sunday or Saturday?
I'm
It
not
was in,
entirely
like
sure.
the big like finals and shit.
Okay,
like the
so
big
it was
fun
top
thing.
12.
Yeah, top 12. At certain points where you would see like people like
The crowd
where
in
you
the-
see,
Yeah.
see the crowd in the background where you see the gamers in the front, the two gamers. I would do this.
You raise it up.
Oh.
I'd raise up like high like this.
You were shaking it too?
Yeah, I was shaking it. You did not notice?
No, I forgot. I thought you were just raising it.
No, I shook it like.
You know what? It was probably because I forgot my glasses that day or something. I don't know.
And we even appeared in various clips on like other points as well.
Yeah, we
Like-
did. We did appear in the 2019 official video.
Yeah, and I actually showed
put
it
in
to
s-
you.
I'll put in
and
some
I specified
clips.
the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll put in
Time
some
stamp,
clips and point out the man holding up the plush.
And then this man
Shaking
lifting
it.
up his plushie even made it into one of GR Smash's top 10 videos. Like right at the start, he just lifts it up in the crowd.
Do you remember which one it was?
Might have been like top 10 like best like overall best moments of the tournament.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm not sure if
it's
GR
been a while
does that
since,
kind
yeah.
of stuff. It might have been like Pang Boys or something. One of the other channels.
It was somebody. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah. But yeah, there
It was funny,
there were some crazy sets that we ended up watching where you would be able to have that plush appear, and we'll get to those. But yeah.
Flex.
So who was going next? It was you.
Yeah, I declared it.
What did I get? Let's see. I picked up a couple of posters myself. There's one actually you can see in the shot right there. It's
Yeah.
from
You probably can't see the entire thing.
the other one
It's
is
Mithra and Pyra from Xenoblade 2, right?
yeah.
Can you not?
Let's see.
I was doing
what
some
else did
shit
I
with
get?
Bowser.
Don't do
I
shit.
really don't remember really.
You got a Waluigi thing. Poster thing.
We got. Oh yeah,
They
the
had
guy.
the
Remember the
game
guy
jam.
came up to us
Oh,
with
yeah.
the posters.
I forgot. I also got an Ivy poster. I forgot
Do
about
with
that.
The custom Smash Splash arts.
Yeah, I got an Ivy one. I forgot about
Cam,
that.
you got a Crash Bandicoot one.
Yep, and I don't even know where the hell it is. No.
I got a Waluigi
is it like
Ten
of
somewhere
characters
now.
that you want
splash
in the game?
screens? Yeah.
Oh,
Custom splash
okay.
screens. That.
Yeah, it was one for for Ivy.
Yeah, Soul Calibur.
I should have
And then
gotten one
your-
for the character I want, Chrono.
I didn't see one.
They
in
put
his
the
pile.
no in Chrono.
Huh?
Put
They
the
put
no
the
in
no in Chrono.
Well, actually, you
Well, you
guys.
only know one.
You guys already know that I have a Crash Bandicoot poster because Evan had to freaking spoil it. So
It's not really a spoiler.
And then I got a Pokeball hat because I thought it was pretty cool. And
Vintage.
you shut up. And then for some reason, I questioned my brother and saying, "Hey, where is the #1 best player in Smash?
Melee.
Ultimate."
Ultimate.
Oh yeah.
And then
McLeo.
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 It's McLeo.
will you shut up?
Why are you asking us to shut up?
I am getting to it. And then I actually found out from my brother and my friends that it was MK Leo.
McLeo.
That's McLeo, Tom.
I'm like, who is that? And they say, and then one of them said that he was like the #1 best
Joker,
Smash Ultimate player in the world.
You know,
At
he
the
made
time.
Joker.
Yep. It's not even close.
And obviously he
That's
made Joker, and I saw the gameplay up in person, and it was really cool
Vintage,
seeing
you know.
so many people there. I actually got a signature along with Hungrybox.
Yes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
better talk about that.
Or as you called him.
Here is a joke that I actually said when we were
By
going out to
accident,
get some
by the way.
food.
This was unintentional.
We
So
You think I can say this?
Say like the
I
first
have
part
a
and then
friend-
get to his. Yeah.
so now
Yeah, they had like food limits there. You couldn't bring any food because they wanted to sell their food.
Which is
so we
bullshit.
went
Yeah,
there. We went
of
into
course.
like a line to get some food. So we're waiting there. And we turn around, and the Hungrybox is just waiting in line behind us. I'm like,
No, he's in front
oh
of us.
shit, Hbox.
Yeah.
He goes, hey guys,
I
what's
think
up?
it was in front of us, honestly.
And of course, my brother has no good idea of competitive scene in Smash. He goes, "Hey, bro, who's that guy?" And he goes, and I go, "Hey, that's the best player in Melee at the time. He was the best player.
He still
Melee.
is.
Still is? Okay.
Yeah.
Best player in Melee,
Jigglypuff
Hungrybox.
name.
Oh, yeah, he plays Jigglypuff. And he goes, wait, so you're Xbox? wait, so what makes you the Xbox?
I am the console.
Yeah. We all just stand there and give a look and try and look at him. We all laugh, including him.
Yeah.
He has a good cheek, and that made him laugh. Good.
Yeah.
He's gonna see this video
Yeah.
on Web
And then
I hope he sees this
said,
video.
He's the he's like-
Remember me.
Yeah. Then he said, the console itself.
The console itself.
honestly, I had
That
no
was
idea what
funny.
I was thinking, but I was just trying to figure
thought that
out
was the
like
best you
who the
could
hell
do.
this person was, and then
No, it was
when-
great. It produced
when
an
they
excellent
said,
moment.
When they said Hungrybox, I'm like,
It's not
are
like
you
Xbox.
Xbox?
Wait, what
I
makes
mean,
you the Xbox?
it just popped in my head. I
It was
understand.
good. I liked it.
Console
I had
itself.
no idea.
Yeah, I wasn't there at the time, so
Yeah.
they just told me the story. I didn't see it in person. But we did manage to run into Hbox right as he was about to leave.
Oh yeah, that was
so
good.
Hungrybox did end up. Spoiler. He did end up winning Shine
Yeah.
for Melee.
And it's not a spoiler. This
It wasn't really close. The tournament right before was SmashCon, where he actually ended up getting 6-0'd by Leffen. At this tournament, Leffen was upset by Moki in winner's bracket in an incredible set. And so Hungrybox did not end up facing him, and he ended up not dropping a set. He managed to take down IBDW in winners semis, and then he ended up 6-0ing S2J in winners finals and grand finals to win the tournament.
Saw him at the end.
Now, unfortunately, unfortunately we weren't able to stay for the entirety of the bracket for Ultimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see a little bit here and there.
But it, and that would have been really exciting if we were, because, Samsora won his first ever Smash Major.
Also,
it was like around
at
11
the,
o'clock or something at night or
at
something
the
like that.
like when we were talking to Hungrybox, we got to bro fist him. Bro, I literally just bro fisted Xbox.
Bro
Yeah.
fisted the ass.
So yeah, we ran into him right as he was leaving, and I was able to ask him, what tournaments is he going to. He mentioned DreamHack Montreal and Main Stage. He ended up winning both of those, and I managed to.
You gave him your luck,
Yep.
Joe.
He ended up.
Add to the collection.
He ended up being able to sign my hat as well. And, I was able to actually talk to quite a few of the players who were there in the spare time that I had. The first one was actually somebody who was over at one of the booths, and that was a Melee player by the name of Cody, also known as IBDW, who he was newly ranked.
Newly ranked, by the
Top
way.
10 in the world at that time. And it was a huge jump from the rank that he was at before. I don't even think he was top 25 before.
No, he's
and
the
he
fifth
jumped to
player.
top 10. Like he wasn't even top. He was outside the top 25 and then jumped into the top 10 in the span of 6 months. It was the biggest jump in ranks I had seen since Zane and AMSA
Zane.
from last year. Or now I'm
The
old.
cyber
2 years
player.
ago. So yeah, I was able to talk to him, and he also expressed his problems with the no food from outside policy, which affected him quite a bit, unfortunately. And we were able to talk, and he mentioned about his friendship with Toussaint, which was really, really cool, and how they practiced a lot, and that helped him a lot when he ended up actually beating Hungrybox earlier in the year at Smash Summit 8, when he went on a crazy run and beat a lot of other really good players as well. And it was like his run, really. It was one of the best runs he had ever had at a tournament. And then I was able to run into some other players, and Bowser was able to run into me.
As usual. You have to pay your tax.
And, yeah.
Taxes are body.
This hat is
Special
going
to
to
you.
yes, it very much is for many reasons.
Various reasons, even.
So, I mean, first and foremost, back in PAX East 2018, when the venue was right about to close, you may notice a certain signature of a late and great YouTube star who passed away last year. His name
That's too bad.
is Etika. And yeah, his signature is here. That makes this hat very special to me. And a lot of the other signatures that you see on the bill of this hat right here came from Shine this year.
Oh.
Last year.
Wait, where's the signature at?
Which one?
The one that you were just
Etika?
talking about.
Yeah, right
Yeah, it's
there.
right there.
Oh.
And then
EW.
Yep,
Yes,
there's
right
Hbox. You can see plenty of the other ones on there.
Who's that one? Like Bo here.
That's IBDW.
Oh.
It says it in clear letters.
I thought I said
Yeah,
Bo.
his is like the neatest signature.
Hi, Bo.
IBDW, you have good handwriting.
MK
Especially-
Leo has really good handwriting too.
Yeah, his was good too. I really like Esam's signature. His is
Nice.
really cool. It has like the
Well,
thunderbolt
yeah.
in it. Yeah. He had a really good set with MK Leo at Shine actually, because at the time he was up 1-0 for lifetime sets in Ultimate against MK Leo. He beat him in Game 5 at Get On My Level.
Wow.
Which was a crazy set, and so it ends up turning out that Pikachu is one of the better characters against Joker,
Yeah.
which gives him a good advantage against the best Joker player in the world. So they played another crazy set, and this time around it was Game 5. I think it was probably last stock, and MK Leo came out on top.
Nicolao.
Yep, and so I managed to be able to talk to both of them. Generally, the policy that I did follow, we all followed, was, don't run up to somebody right after they lost a set. Bad idea.
Yep.
Yeah,
course.
you never want to do that. Even if you think you're encouraging them, it's probably not the best idea. Let them walk off. Let them get off. And so
Encouraged me though.
Yeah.
After I lost to Snake.
I was able to chill and talk to some of the other players. The way that they were running the Melee bracket was really weird. On Saturday, they were like running half of the bracket in all the way up to top 12, and then starting the beginning pools of the other half like afterwards, instead of like doing it all at once. And so like I was talking with Esther J about how he hadn't even played his first pools matches, but like top players were already making it to top like winner's side top 12, and so yeah, and also Lucky as well, and a number of others. TK Breezy is one of the more well-known commentators for Ultimate. I was able to talk to him, and MVD and Vicky Kitty were sitting in the audience for some of the matches as well, and I was able to talk to them as well. So yeah, it was a really good time, and this I'd like to thank everybody who signed this hat for making it even more incredible. You made it quite the experience. And as I was suggested on Twitter, if I ever go to another event like this, you'll notice that there's no signature right here on Mario's hat.
Well,
Dark Wizzy, that's yours. Dark Wizzy being the best Mario player in the world. I wasn't able to run into him at Shine, but he actually ended up making a crazy run and got like top 6.
I'm telling you now, like Mario in Melee is sick.
And Mario Melee's
Yeah.
pretty classical.
Yeah. Dark Wizzy's an Ultimate player though. Did you guys watch the Game Awards?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
That there'd be a direct.
I watched the whole thing.
Smash reveal. Because that's what they did with Joker last year. The other year, not last year.
Such a waste of time.
2018. That's what they did with Joker.
Yeah.
But
it was funny because so many people were expecting something.
The best,
Because
the
they
best
did that
moment at the
the
Game
other
Awards, like the few things I actually liked about the Game Awards was Smash winning Fighting Game of the Year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Three Houses won 2 awards.
Yeah, it got a lot more attention than I thought.
Yeah, Strategy Game of the Year and
Like a fan
People's
thing?
Choice.
Yeah.
People's Choice of the Game of the Year. Thing.
My favorite part of
and
the
then
Game
the other
Awards
thing, the only thing
was
I'd
Reggie.
say was like the Reggie part was pretty good. The only other thing I got was the fact that they reconfirmed the Wolf Among Us Season 2.
Oh.
That actually was
The
surprising.
3 parts that were cool to me were the No More Heroes 3 trailer. They confirmed
was brief.
they confirmed another Bravely Default,
Bravely Default
which is
2.
exciting. Yeah. Now the
Except-
series goes Bravely Default, Bravely Second, Bravely Default 2.
Which is weird.
Amazing
Bravely Third,
chronology.
Bravely
It's
Default
incredible.
3.
And then the other part was Reggie's speech, which was amazing.
It was a really good
It was
speech, actually, yeah.
fantastic. He actually presented it like it was worth something.
But the ending, though.
Yeah, the people who came up to claim the award ended up thanking a murderous dictator. So yeah, that was a thing.
I'm confused, huh?
Fast and the Furious.
So yeah, Shine was quite incredible. I got some pretty funny shirts. They were actually Spubbies, and they were like printed on and stuff. So there was one that says Isle Delfino Sprites.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
like it's like a sports style thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then another one is Starbucks coffee, but it says Starbits coffee and Rosalina is in the middle.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I didn't get any of like this stuff. There were some RWBY stuff, Ruby stuff there as well. That
Yes.
which I was pretty happy about.
And
because I'm a huge fan of Ruby.
it's an absolute
Don't talk
mystery
about
where I got
spoilers
this
here
shirt.
or anything that I don't want here. But
It's-
let's go ahead.
It's a mystery where I got this shirt. Where can I have gotten it? Who the fuck knows?
eBay.
Yeah, eBay.
My cover's blown.
Oops. It's only 1 in a million chances that
Once
there
in a
will ever
million.
be a Nintendo or any type of
There could be an event, but it would have to be in like a
convention
different
happening in
location.
Worcester
Boston.
that has gaming.
Yeah.
Possibly Boston.
If we're able to extend our reach to Boston, then I mean, we're guaranteed to be able to go to Shine every year because it's more likely to be in Boston. But then there's tons of other things that happen in Boston. Obviously, PAX. But I've pretty much decided I'm not going to go to PAX anymore because of the shitty way that they handle stuff.
Yeah, I do remember you
Like
talking
what?
about that.
And the way that they announce stuff last minute, it's awful. And also, they keep inflating the price of the passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, inflating?
Yeah.
Lowering
Like
it.
a balloon.
Yes.
Making it bigger.
Yeah. That's what inflating means.
Yeah.
Oh, like
It has
making-
another
making the
definition,
prices
but you go to
bigger?
DeviantArt
Yeah.
for that one.
Something along those lines.
So, yeah, it's really not worth it, honestly. A day and a half at PAX East is more expensive than 4 days at MagFest.
Oh yeah, when
If
you
there's
were,
another-
I think I saw a Ruby
If there's another
cosplayer
convention,
when you were there. Like, in
oh yeah, there were plenty of
Yeah, it's
cosplays
not a-
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think I saw a Ruby Rose specifically.
I was able to take a picture of Pikachu walking around like, "Hey, Pikachu!"
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
There were some
It was a very-
cosplayers at Shine.
It was a
we
really
saw two
derpy
guys.
Pikachu.
Yeah, there was like a Pikachu suit dude, and then we saw two guys always in like in a bar back in banana suits.
I was hoping
Banana
people would show
suits?
up in
I've never
ice
seen the
climber
banana
costumes.
suits.
That would-
You guys
Oh,
probably
One
saw
that'd
that.
be
would be
good.
Nana, one would be Popo.
I remember
Oh, yeah,
the
you wanna
Pikachu one.
check
So I
out,
took a
Beat the
picture
shit
of it.
out of the Popo and the only Nana.
Oh yeah, Evan, do you
No,
want
no, they come with somebody else as a cosplayer, and occasionally they'll be like, which
do you want
yes,
to check out Floaty Fires?
wobbling was not
right.
banned. Oh,
Floaty fighters.
yes, that was a
That
game.
game was pretty funny. I have to admit,
That was,
it was
That's
funny.
definitely
It was
unique. I like it.
quite entertaining, and it was very interesting.
It was
Yeah.
unique.
It was
So,
an indie
people
game.
made
Yeah,
from
Yeah, it was an
scratch.
indie
indie game that was
Which is pretty
showcased
cool.
at Shine for the first time.
Yeah.
Its developer was there showing off the game, and we got to play it as trying it for free.
Yeah,
I even got a pen from them, and I still
I
have
lost my pen.
so yes, wobbling was not banned at Shine,
We
Which-
saw that. Yeah,
we saw it a few times, actually.
which allowed Chudat to make quite a run in bracket until he was stopped by IBDW. But yes, everybody was clapping in the crowd to the beat of the wobbling.
Yeah.
That wasn't really annoying. What was annoying was when people started clapping in the crowd to
Let's go!
I wouldn't really say to the beat of Dreamland. It would be like they were trying to clap to the beat of Dreamland, but it was so offbeat that it was beyond recognition.
Sean, don't do that again.
I will do it again then.
Oh, I think the
fucking do it again.
I think the best moment in the convention was when everyone was cheering S2J, S2J. Everyone was
go.
cheering for him, and then we also yelled like S2J, S2J. We're like going all over the place.
I can't
Never
remember. I
mind.
can't remember which set that was. That might have been Losers Finals versus IBDW, which was disappointing because I was rooting for IBDW.
Just gotta root for the real winner.
We were rooting against each other. Oh,
Yeah.
SCJ.
Oh, and there
You
was
kept freaking out every time he got a knee.
Oh, yeah. Dude, he is such a hype player.
There were a couple of
Invented
things
the
that I
Johnny
really,
stuff.
really wanted to try at the convention. Like, you guys know those platforms where
I wanted to play the Blaze Blue.
where
there.
only a couple people were able to go up there besides the actual main stage for
Like the side stuff.
yeah.
Because there was a Blaze Blue Central Fiction and in a certain area that there was always someone there, and I really wanted to play that because at the time I didn't have a Blaze Blue CrossFit, which I have now. I actually gotten a few days ago as of this time.
Yeah, there were like smaller games that we were thinking of playing, but there's always just people there playing.
Yeah.
I really wanted to play Central
Yes, we
Fiction.
had no
honestly.
we
I
had
really
no
did.
chance in actually.
There were a
trying to
couple
play them.
like arcade machines there that were playing like rhythm games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
And
There's always, like, this one
the
person that's, like,
people
crazy good at it.
in the Smash games who play rhythm games are crazy.
Yeah.
They're actually insane.
I think the most weirdest game I've ever seen in an actual Smash convention was
Oh, yeah, what's
Just Dance. That one dancing game. I'm like, why is this even here? I mean,
It's a mistake.
they.
So yeah,
We were kind of over on it.
that was
At least
Shine.
I was.
It was
Oh.
quite an experience.
But yeah, I mean, Shine was fucking amazing, and I hope to do that again at some point. Even if Shine is in Boston in the future, guess who has a license now, you know? And is actually more comfortable driving in cities now. That was the main thing. I did not want to drive in Worcester, which is, I think at one point Worcester was rated the worst driving city in the country. I'd rather not, thank you very much. Boston's probably not much better, but, you know, every little bit counts. So yeah, that was Shine 2019, and there was one other thing we did that weekend. We recorded the Season 6 finale. Let's save our game. Gotta reset the gyro to do so. There we go. We recorded the Season 6 finale. It was me. It was the classic crew. It was me, Super Dynamic Gaming, Bruins98, NeoFan64, and I also brought Jared along for a 5-person Season 6 finale. I don't know if I'll be able to do that kind of thing in the future, but I was able to do that for the Season 6 finale, and I'm glad I was, because, well, let's just say I have never laughed harder on camera than I did during the Season 6 finale. There were tears in my eyes, I was having I was having difficulty breathing because of how hard I was laughing from some of the videos that we were watching. One in particular, which was highly requested, and I can see why. We were all laughing so hard at those videos, and I can't wait to actually get to the point where the Season 6 finale goes up. I still need to actually... Well, I need to script some of the other scenes in it, and need to record those, but the main reaction portions of it, which is the meat of the video anyway, that's all done, and I can't wait for it to be up. Let's take a look at what the fountain looks like before it's lit up. Can you make it? I don't think you can without the thing there. Maybe there's an invisible wall that prevents you. I don't know. I'll spend the rest of this episode trying to get there, since there's nothing else for me to progress. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this with the camera antagonizing me, huh? I see. Fixed camera moment, fixed camera moment. The fixed cameras are usually great, and to be honest, I mean, this isn't a problem anyway, since there's nothing I can do here other than mess around. Oh, I made it! I made it! Oh my god, that was like fucking pixel perfect. Holy shit, dude. I actually made it up to the fountain without the thing there. That's probably not hard at all. I just found it completely unexpected that I made it that attempt. You can barely even long jump back down there. You can't go up there yet? Yeah, you can't go up there yet? Yeah, try me, bitch. Get fucked. Yeah, so that was Shine 2019 Season 6 finale. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Let me check. No, that's everything. So, yeah. Consider summer of 2019 caught up. But there's a lot more we need to catch up on. So, I'll see you in the next episode of Catching Up, where we'll do the terrace, and we'll do... we'll talk about fall 2019. And I will see you then. So keep looking forward. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.